We boarded the abandoned ship,
Mhm.
found a captive, killed
This-
a
Big flesh blob thing.
yes,
Yeah.
and he opened up a bunch of boxes, of which the box of Warforged parts include parts from a doctor, so like a surgeon bot,
Mhm.
one that can generate shields,
Mhm.
and another one that seems to be built for some kind of just says flak, which I assume is like anti-aircraft kind of flak gun where it just go pew 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 on peppers, uh,
Yeah.
sharp metal bits.
So I could just attach them to me.
Well, there are some limitations here and there, but we can at least do one for now. And
What was the second one again?
shields. So this will be like the shield spell, I believe.
Um,
I see. Nothing wrong with going pew pew.
uh, so I know that we're probably somewhat far from like the main port area that we did guild stuff at, but is there any sort of nearby port that has a some sort of guild presence?
Mm, unless you count the post office, guilds they only tend to build buildings in the big cities, the major ports. You'll definitely find like a small like fishing village or like a plantation or something, but um,
Okay. How far away are we from the one big city with the stuff?
the city with the stuff, yes.
The one
Uh,
city that we had that we went to with that had the guild.
was it Black Ridge? Baines Ridge.
Yeah, Paint's Ridge.
What was that? At least a day of travel. Is it 2 nights?
I don't remember. Depends on
I
how
don't
far
remember. I
towards
want
the
to say it was.
place we are.
Yeah,
I
it's.
think it would probably be 2 nights because I think that's what we had gone through so far.
Okay.
Yeah, it
For
sounds about right.
Okay, so hmm. And so I'm thinking that
Oh wait, I forgot to change that last part.
I think that because we what is it? Because some of the stuff that we found on this ship resembles the strange goo that we saw on our ship when the thing attacked.
That it'd
The
be worth
weird
going back to the
mist.
guild.
And because there's some noblewoman here that like probably escorting her to the guild, they might have
Yeah.
resources for where to bring her and getting her somewhere safely, that we should bring this ship back as evidence and bring and escort her back as well. Uh,
Yeah.
any of the rest of the
Yeah,
party have any objections to that?
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
Okay, so I
All right.
I was gonna ask what we were gonna do with the woman anyways, because none of us are healers, and unless one of us suddenly gains healing magic, we gotta go somewhere.
I mean, the medicine bot.
Well, yeah, that could also work. Maybe. Anyways, yeah, I don't have any objections. We could just go straight back.
okay.
All right. In that case, you just dump her onto the bottom of the ship, or something.
Uh, and I guess can I make a medicine check to see if there's any sort of thing that I could tell if what's going on with her?
Yes. Medicine check, please.
13.
13?
Yeah.
13 is enough to see some of the more obvious things that are going on.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of times you do the first aid checks, like,
That's
heartbeat.
nature, not medicine.
Oh wait, that was nature.
Oh.
I have the same
Yeah.
bonus to them.
Okay, then you
It's a
can
plus
just keep
1 in
it.
both.
Yeah.
So
There you go.
Yeah.
I
I
just
don't-
clicked
yeah,
one
I
thing
was-
slightly too low. Oops. Oh well.
Yeah, I don't think it. Yeah, I don't think it makes that huge a
It's
difference.
D20
Okay,
plus
yeah.
1 either way. So
Yeah.
But again, it's enough to see some of the more obvious things that are going on. So you check for like breathing and pulse, temperature and all that. And then something's a little off when you notice that she has no pulse. She's breathing, but she has no pulse.
That's odd.
And
She's
she,
in a
yeah,
because she's in a zombie-like state then.
her skin feels kind of cold, but she looks, her appearance, just from the outside, looks fine. Her eyelids flutter every now and then, and she just kind of like murmurs under her breath every now and then. But
can I
you dig a little deeper, I guess. Well, no, not with 13. No.
make an Arcana check to see if there's some sort of magical influence that's keeping her in like a half-life state or whatever?
Sure.
Oof, 7.
7.
Ooh.
You can presume that there is, unless this is some kind of major medical discovery that you want to announce to the world. 7. You know
Honestly,
that. Yeah.
Honestly, I don't think anyone would like to know about this.
You know that necromancy can do stuff like this. There's also. Yeah. Yeah, with the 7, yeah, it's necromancy is the likely culprit.
Okay.
It's odd though because some so-called zombies they will also not breathe. So it's interesting that she's breathing as well but at the same time not having a pulse.
Yeah, that is pretty interesting.
Well, you know what, the way back is definitely going to be a long rest, and it's worked before, so I'll try it again. Remove curse.
Hmm. Let me take a look at the spell. At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If an object is cursed or magic item, its curse remains if the spell breaks its owner's attunement. Uh, uh,
Also, during that time, I'll give Knick-Knack the blunderbuss.
it towers over Knick-Knack. It's like giving someone what would be the like a blunderbuss can be pretty big even for like a full size person. So this would be like giving someone a small cannon, like one of those
Yeah.
the upper level swiveling cannons. This would probably propel Knick-Knack back,
5'11".
like shoot him backwards like 10 feet or so if he tries to fire it.
You could probably like rocket
Honestly,
jump off
I
it.
feel like honestly, I feel like that's a good trade.
Okay, so remove curse. This is what happens when you cast remove curse. You do your little ritual thing. I don't know what you do. You like wiggle your fingers and like chant. I don't know. Um, verbal and somatic. And you go for the zap. Uh, her eyes fly open as she sits bolt upright. You smell kind of this burnt hair, and just kind of this overall unpleasant smell, just kind of like. Poof. Would you be able to tell if it works or not? Uh, she looks at you. Doesn't say anything for a good 2 seconds. Then she'll weakly say, "Ow!"
Uh,
Well, that was not the reaction I expected.
no longer comatose. Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That really hurt.
Well,
The sun. She kind of like winces as she tries to get up.
tell her to take it easy. That we found her on the ship in some sort of comatose state with the monster on it guarding her.
What? Are you pirates? Is this what's going on? Is this a piracy?
Tell
No,
her,
man, we are not.
No, we're
Sounds like something a pirate would say.
we're guild members, and we found this
Um,
ship abandoned.
Soup.
Soup?
Would you like some soup? Soup.
I'm fine, thank you. I'm sorry. I have you guys left the ship, right?
What?
And you started sailing back.
The
Yes.
You abandoned
Yeah.
ship. Okay, so it's just floating around. Okay, cool.
Oh,
Cool.
I was planning on having like, because I think our ship is still attached to it by like ropes or whatever, right?
Oh, you're trying to tow it?
Yeah, I was trying to have bolt the ships. That way we could bring this one back to Banesbridge to have the guild look at it, because we found the
Gotcha.
black sludge in this ship
Yeah,
similar
yeah.
to yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, then she'll look at it, like that is indeed my ship. Oh dear, that's not good. She will try to stand up and she will look at the three of you. Um, I demand that you take me to a guild hall at once.
Well, lucky for you, that's the plan.
Yeah.
Very well.
Uh,
Um, she kind of stammers. Like, are you? If you came from that ship, and if my memories serve correctly, you three must. Uh, you three might be at risk of infection.
from what?
Hmm.
The husk. I would assume that you boarded the ship.
The weird uh flesh mound we disposed of.
Flesh mound. She kind of winces. Those were passengers and crew at a time. I suppose that's a very crude way of putting it, but yes, the infection had taken them. I would presume, and it might take you if you are not careful.
Even if you're all machine.
I'm certain we'll be fine, but we should keep an eye on the other. For a little while, at least.
I don't like that nat 1.
Oh,
It's okay.
God.
There's a nat 20. It evens out,
I
right?
like that nat 20.
It's to determine if we're infected, isn't it?
Maybe.
Alright.
It could be any one of us. It could be
It could be
you.
you.
It could
It
be
could
me.
be. It could even be. How big is you have a tiny ship right now, right? It's like a dinghy almost. Or did you get you didn't get okay, yeah.
Yeah, it should be a tiny ship. I think.
I was
Alright.
planning on having, like, probably using the combined wind power of both of their sails to do stuff.
That's a little tough. Why don't you make a navigation check for me?
Oh, navigation rather than water vehicles? Okay.
We can do water
I like
vehicles.
to assist.
What's that?
Great question. It's a skill, but it never tells me the stat to use. For this one, it would be strength based because you're hopping around
Okay.
trying to do the work of multiple crew members.
11.
11. It's tough going it, but you vaguely make it towards the direction that you're aiming for,
Okay.
slowly making progress.
Yeah.
So you're freely going from one ship to the other?
Yeah. They probably.
Okay. Did you investigate the captain's quarters, by the way?
I don't believe so.
I don't think we did.
Oh yeah, I remember last week I wanted to do that, but then we didn't have time, so
Yeah. Cool, cool,
I'll
cool,
do that
cool.
in the meantime then.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. So inside the captain's quarters, it looks like looks relatively untouched. Which is, if someone's going after the money and stuff, this is where you just like grab like a strong box and go and be like set for life. But apparently, whoever visited the ship wasn't very interested in its contents.
That's
Well, I
interesting.
am.
Oh yeah, you'll see. You'll see. So there's like a fancy bed. There's like a captain's coat with like a bunch of like medals and pins on it.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, like captain first class, captain second class,
Mhm.
skipper, blah 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 blah. Um, but then you look into some of the more like sentimental stuff that might have been left, like decorations and like treasures and all that.
Yeah.
There's a safe. There is a safe in the wall.
Alright, it's time to pick it.
Very good. You have the tools and the skills, and with the time that you have, I'd say that'd be very doable.
Yep.
It does take some time, though. Despite all the time that you have, the first day just kind of like tried to do like a various tricks of like feeling around for the click 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 click. You try to look for vulnerability, but you just don't quite get it. It's not until the second day that you make some headway, and snick, the door opens
I
and reveals to you some stuff.
I also forgot that since our ship has the funny spell thing on it, can I use its gust of wind to help speed up the travel slightly?
Not with all. Well, you can. Yes, you can. However, this is a maneuver that you would be more comfortable with if you had a full crew.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah.
Uh,
So if it's
so inside the safe are some gems, just raw, uncut gems.
Those could definitely
Uh,
sell for a decent amount of money.
yeah,
And hire
rubies,
some people.
emeralds, and stuff. There's also like some gold here and there, but then there's a couple of vials. You don't really know what's in them, but they're in a special kind of like a special case to keep them from rattling around and breaking inside the
Can
safe
I
itself.
can I try to tell what it is?
Yeah. Um, you can do medicine. You can do survival. Really depends on how you want to go about identifying these things.
uh, so if I'm jumping back and forth between the ships, I guess I help them with that.
Okay.
16.
With help, it would be a 20. Uh, the first one, there is a tiny label that says gills. Um,
I mean, it doesn't take a genius.
but it's not like any kind of potion, like a magic potion that you've seen before. 20, 20. If it's in a safe like this, you can presume that it's very valuable, or very hard to find, or possibly illegal.
Mhm.
I'll take my chances.
The second one says, it doesn't say do. It says, would it be labeled? The second one, I guess, would be labeled experiment type 2.
Interesting.
Hmm. Might
And the
explain what might explain what we fought in the shit.
and the third one says eggs. Eggs 50.
Huh.
With a 20, you don't like know in your head what these are, but there's this kind of creepy feeling that gives you the robot chills. Why would someone store a glass vial of so-called eggs in a safe away from all this stuff? Who knows?
Honestly, eggs are pretty good.
You can kind of, if you like, with a 20, you can kind of like shake it around. You don't feel like there are any so-called eggs, like a frog's eggs or anything. It feels like a liquid to you. So with our eggs in here, they must be very, very tiny.
Sounds concerning.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna just like pack up all like the valuable stuff, and then for the 3 potions, I'll just like try to like ink. It's already like protected, right?
Yeah, it's in like a
Like it
case
won't
and
like
stuff.
try to break, right?
Correct.
All right, then it's perfectly safe for me to take them out, or just put it back in the safe and then like carry the safe.
Yes.
Honestly, I don't want nothing to do with what's inside there.
What? But eggs are good. They're delicious, right?
I feel like it's a scam. It's like when they tell you there's gonna be cake in the end, but then no, you're gonna be put inside a furnace instead.
Well, could be very well be eggs as in ovaries. You know, those kind of eggs.
So
Don't
why
nut,
would someone
nut
put
in the vial,
someone's
please.
ovaries
Please don't
in
nut
a
in the vial.
vial?
Well, does
Do not the vial. Do not.
Yes, do not.
We already have banks for that.
Right, make a new vial. I don't know how much it would be worth.
does does anything else interesting happen on the way over?
The noblewoman explains that her name is Elaine. Looks like her memory is still kind of shaky, but she explains that she was captured by, or her ship that she was on was captured by pirates.
Okay.
Her home is in
Oh,
Golden
yeah, we
Shore.
read about that. So I see the same noble, like the same noble that was in the news.
She kind of like grimaces at about hearing about that. She's like, I'd hoped to keep a lower profile, but I suppose I should be grateful at all that I have been saved.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Are you hungry?
I can eat. Uh, what do you have?
Fish sticks?
Fish sticks. I was unaware that sticks grew in the sea.
It's a fish on a stick. I mean, not
Oh.
we have much out here. Well, we did get some meat though, so we could also use that.
Yeah, surprisingly, she's fine with whatever. You know that a lot of nobles, if they're on ships, they tend to really overdo it with the provisions to keep them happy. But she'll eat anything, even from like hardtack to.
Suppose at this point she's, she'll take what she could get.
I get. Well, I should make
All
an
right,
insight
I'll
check
be
actually if
making
you
a
want.
feast then.
Okay.
Remember that
13.
13. 13. It doesn't look like this is out of desperation or anything. She just doesn't seem to have the same expectations that nobles that you might have encountered would have.
Interesting.
well, looks like I'm gonna be making a feast tonight. So I'll just like I mean, if you don't really have anything much to do, you can play Clary.
Suppose.
Hello?
Sorry, what was that?
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah,
Did
I
you
was
say
gonna go
something?
ahead and like make a feast for
Yeah.
I was gonna go make a feast for us. Like because she's finally wanting something to eat for once, and I'll just since she has nothing else to do, I'll just let her play Larry.
Play Lurie?
Play with he wants to show off his pet isopod.
Oh, Larry. Yeah.
That's not like you were
Hmm.
saying worry.
What would she react to? She'll say, "Oh, I've had one of these before. It's very delicate flesh. I wouldn't trust a ship's kitchen to prepare it to the most of its capabilities, though."
We are not cooking Larry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then what does it do?
It's just a pet.
Point out that the chef just keeps it as a pet.
Pets. Well, in my experience, pets are, like cats that will take out the rats, and even they would work to some degree. Well, I suppose you could do as you wish.
Honestly, Larry is an amusing pet.
Do you teach it tricks?
Actually, that's a good question.
I mean, the best he could do is curl up into a ball and roll around.
Well,
Amazing.
maybe you could change that. Maybe you could teach him some tricks.
I mean, technically, he's already technically doing cartwheels, but he's the
True.
wheel.
True. True.
Anyways, I'll leave him to you, and if he gets a bit fidgety, just put him back in the tank.
Well, no, my mouse is broken.
Oh.
Let me just
Is it out of batteries, or is this like
it's out.
froze up?
It's still flickering like it has batteries, but it's not. Let me just take it out and put it back in again.
That's weird.
I want a wired mouse so I don't have to fiddle with
So,
batteries.
anyways, for the feast, I'm making
Yes.
soup.
Wow.
Well, of course, I'm making soup. Just a bunch of seafood soup, some fish for meat, some of the smoked meat, and some vegetables to boot.
Cool. Um,
Neat.
And some rum
I've ever had you roll
for
a
everyone.
cooking check.
I don't think you
Okay,
have
what's
that.
the cooking check then?
Well, it's just a general vibe to see how well or if you mess up anything. You don't have to because you do have like a high. That's like your. Well, it depends on how ambitious you want to be. If you want to like really flex, then you can risk messing stuff up for the potential of greater rewards.
Why do I have to prove myself?
You have to. Yeah, so I thought when you said you were making a
I'm not
feast, you want.
rolling.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you just you just cook all the stuff and it's good. It's regularly good.
Yeah.
It's nothing to write home about, but it's all right.
I mean, food's food. Better something than nothing.
Yeah. All right. The rest of the time, the journey passes without much going on. I guess Knick-Knack would be just kind of taking pot shots at seagulls to improve his aim.
Yeah, most likely.
Gotta teach him how to use that gun. Despite it,
That's gonna dislocate like both his shoulders.
I'll just be like right behind him just in case to catch him.
Don't think that he should use the
Yeah, I have to agree. I
if
don't
it's
think
gonna do that.
He needs to like brace it against
Honestly,
something.
I mean, you're the one that told me to give him the blunderbuss.
I didn't know it was a larger blunderbuss. I thought that it was like a hand blunderbuss, but
A hand blunderbuss.
yeah, there's
I guess they did exist.
Yeah, they're smaller ones, about the size of a flintlock pistol. They just had like a very large curved barrel. You'd sort of use one like a sawed-off shotgun.
Is your barrel curved? Long and
Now that I think
curved?
about it, you know what? Once I reach 5th level, I can shoot both guns at once.
Dual wielding. Pew 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 pew.
Although I do like, if the time passes, then I do want to try to put like the pew pew Warforged parts onto me.
Black? Okay. Oh, I would tab to my notes if I had batteries in my mouse, but I'll have to figure that out later. Cool. All right. Yeah.
Mouse pad.
So he will. The black pew 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 pew. This is. You probably would never have seen Warforged like this. By the way, this isn't just like upgrade parts. This is like they used to be functioning Warforged, disassembled and chucked into a box. So you can kind of get a good look at what this Warforged was like during the peak of its operation. Like all Warforged, they were made a long time ago. And for this one particularly, it shows the age shows pretty good. I know the name Warforged implies that all of them are like battle ready, but that is not really the case. Especially with all like the barbers and the dentist and all that. But This one seems to be true to its name, Forged for War, as it can fire a bunch of scrap metal at a very high velocity, and it can aim and track really well. It looks like it was mounted on the shoulders and mostly pointed upwards.
Neato.
I mean, it's good for like me because it's not like I can like reach flying creatures.
Yeah, just because it goes pa really fast. This Warforged, yes, be used for battle. Flak. So I guess it was more of like a anti-air type dealio. You can take its parts and surgically attach them to yourself.
So it's only like the shoulder thing, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Um, let's see. Again, my mouse. Does like it does damage, yes, but it also has the added quality that when it's targeted onto a flying creature, the creature must make a DC, make a strength save or stop flying.
If they stop flying, wouldn't it mean that they drop onto the ground?
Yes.
Yeah. Means more
Nice.
meat for you.
You know, they drop onto the ground and I can absolutely maul them.
Yeah.
Yup.
Very good
And you can
stuff.
get their meat.
Harvest their flesh.
Yes.
Squeeze the jelly from their eyes. Here's my. There it is. Just a moment. I'm okay.
All right, and what's the deal with like the mysterious gem from before?
Oh, the orb? Yeah. Even as you have it on your ship, it still gives you headaches. All of you.
Interesting.
Can I try to examine it?
Sure.
And see
History,
Yeah,
investigation,
okay, investigation.
I'll
arcana,
just pop it on my
21.
chest and like give it to you.
21.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a +4 to investigation.
21.
neato.
Clearly, this spent a long time underneath the sea. Even though it's been scrubbed here and there, there's still remnants of like barnacles and other signs of it having spent time at the sea.
Can I determine about how long it's been under there?
With the 21, yeah, you can. Presumably, this was not manufactured by anyone who colonized this place. It's likely an ancient artifact, over 100 years old. So pre-colonial mystery orb. Was it even manufactured? Probably, maybe. Well, actually, with the 21, you get a definite answer. Yes, this was a manufactured object. The case that it was in, when you brought it out, likely shielded people from some of its effects. Judging by how, like, when he opened it, that's when the effects started manifesting. Headaches for most of you. Yagi, though, we didn't touch over this last time, did we?
I don't think we did.
It gives you some insight onto your past, your forgotten past. Am I going to
Right.
describe it? No. Yes, I am. What would you have been doing? Yes, I know what you'd have
War
been doing.
crime.
War crimes. Makes sense.
You know, there's war and Warforged and war and war crimes.
Crime forged.
That sounds like a fuck. That sounds like a be goddamn like TV show.
Crap.
Like,
Crime
Did-
forged.
yeah.
Or they're like blacksmiths competing to make like lockpicks or something. I don't know.
I was actually more thinking it'd be like a detective law show, but that also
Okay. Crime forged. Hard boiled
Which
cop.
inventor can make the
Yeah.
most unhinged, chaotic, war criminal Warforged there ever was? Live TV.
In your previous life, it seems that you were a cop. Um,
Wow,
you spent a lot of time in the office, examining different crimes going on, but you were kind of unconventional. You spent a lot of time with organized criminals, in order to, like, what's the word? You cooperate with the organized criminals to keep the disorganized crime low, I guess. So maybe not like a wholly crooked cop, but you weren't like 100% on the side of the law.
Ah, I like this.
The last case that you remember for now, the last case that you remember had to do with investigating some kind of defunct military factory.
Interesting.
But that's where the memories start to fade out. And then, yeah. You know, that's what you get for now. And all of this comes in very chaotic and nauseating flashes of memory. Like really vivid dreams that leave you kind of confused. So it's not an entirely pleasant process of discovery. But it does bring you a lot of information.
I see.
Real quick,
Well,
you're describing the stuff to him, and then I don't know, possibly Lich if there's something for going on for him too. I'm gonna go run to the bathroom real quick.
Have a good time.
honestly, with how this is going, I think I should just tell it to the rest of them.
Yeah, it actually sounds like a good idea. My character would definitely listen.
And I mean, since if I was a cop, right?
Yeah.
I feel like I'll try to get more of my memories back, and I'll ask Meme if he could help me, like, teach me with investigations.
Very good. In-game, Meme's character is taking a kobold-sized dump off the side of the boat.
Maybe that was a bit too much food for them.
Okay. Sorry, someone's texting me.
Nah, it's perfectly fine.
I mean, we're waiting anyways.
Yes, for the
True.
kobold-sized dump to finish. I've been sleeping really poorly lately. Missed out on my long nap to catch up on my sleep.
Yeah, I didn't start to see the best last night either.
All right. Any other details you want to know from your previous life that might have been revealed by the orb?
I'm back.
I can't go into too much detail because again, it's like flashes of stuff.
I mean, before I was a cop, what else happened?
Before you were a cop, it's kind of hard to tell because that's kind of what you were made to be. They don't exactly have childhoods Warforged. They kind of like roll off the production line and start doing whatever.
So, what exactly got me into organized crime syndicates?
It was a necessity to keep the peace. The lesser evil, as it is, the organized crime.
Hmm.
I don't know. Maybe you want to tell me. Maybe it was the drugs. I don't know.
Maybe.
Wait, do Warforgers even do drugs?
I mean, even if they're mostly machine, there's still got some flesh in them, right? I don't doubt that there'd be some drug out there that affects them.
Yeah, Warforged, they probably do a different kind of drug than people, but they definitely have like programs or whatever they run over and over again to stimulate the reward and pleasure centers of the processor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you make the feast, then you do the investigation. Uh, everyone has a good time.
Okay, so yeah, I just got back because the artifact is like some old artifact and seems to have been at the bottom of the sea for a while. Can I like try to figure out if it has any sort of draconic connection?
Draconic. Yeah, I guess.
Okay, what would
That'd be Arcana or History.
I think I have, yeah, I have +1 in both. Oof, 4.
Or
Ooh.
not that you can tell. No,
Okay.
this is not a Dragon Ball, so to speak.
Well,
You sure you're feeling up to doing the session, dude?
I mean, we're almost done. So
All right, all right.
okay. Session or whatever then, I'm guessing.
Yeah, most likely.
what was that?
So, you know, guessing then another single hour session if we're almost done.
I mean, if you're, is that what we want for the future, or is that
Yeah.
what do we want for the future? Hour and a half, hour.
Hour session sounds good.
Yeah,
But
objections?
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Voices of support?
I'm fine with that, fine with longer. Yeah. Whatever works the best. Yeah. Yoggin,
Yeah.
you have anything on that?
Have anything on what?
I'll let you know whether hour's good, whether you'd like it to be longer or not.
And that was good.
Okay. Uh, anything else interesting happen here?
Long poo.
From you.
Okay.
Now what?
I'm drawing the long poop. Okay.
Why you? Why?
Because there's a piece of brown sensor stuff left, so I just elongated it. And, you know, it's just how it goes.
Okay.
There we go.
Ugh. I know. I swear this happens every time, and I swear. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah, I know you don't mean it.
I'm so sorry, guys.
No, it's perfectly fine. It's perfectly fine.
Okay. Okay. Next time, I'll actually get some stuff going.
Okay.
When you pull up to Baines Ridge,
Mhm.
there's a new paperboy. It's not a Warforged anymore. It's actually just kind of this like middle-aged guy.
Mhm.
He just tiredly kind of goes like, extra, read all about it. Shipping delays and cancellations bring concern to the market.
I'll pay him.
Nice. Like a
Yeah.
regular, like a copper, or are you just going to like overfund all the paper boys and get them all?
Honestly, at this point, I'll give him 1 copper
Good.
because I'm disappointed.
Well, it's probably enough to afford it anyways. No, newspapers are very expensive.
He's like, yeah, thank you. He'll play out the paper, and it's like talking about more and more ships vanishing across various locations, and the fear of like rising monster attacks or what. It's still not entirely clear.
Can't be a coincidence.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Another news: rogue dentist apprehended. Woods are there's like um, people are posing with like hunted animals with like immaculate teeth. Works almost like an advertisement if it wasn't so creepy.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad that the bird isn't on there.
Very good. Oh, we'll start off next time when I'm not running on like 3 hours of sleep.
Okay.
I know that's
Yeah.
normal for some people, but I'm a weakling who likes to have like 8 hours. So
Yeah, it's perfectly fine.
okay, I don't think it's fine. I think I need to work harder to account for the time investment that you guys are putting in. But you know, thanks, I guess.
Mhm.
See you next week.
Okay.
So you did.
See ya.
It's some. Okay. Can I ask about the nickname character sheet thing? Oh.
Well,
there's always
I'm
next
still
week.
waiting for